Greetings guys, girls, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are fighting, because there is a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there'll be a link in the description to the page on my website with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc, etc. Now before we get started today, I just want to say, oh my god! The amount of support that I have been getting the past few days has been absolutely phenomenal and has blown my mind completely. I hit 5,000 subscribers about 6 days ago, and now as I'm recording I have 17,500, and I have no idea how this happened, but thank you so much. I am absolutely just beyond grateful. This is something that I've wanted to do since I was about 13, and so thank you. Endless amounts of thank you. I am so glad that you are enjoying the content that I'm putting out, and I hope that you continue to enjoy it, so thank you. In case you weren't aware, I actually make pride tees and earrings, so if you want to grab some of those and help support me, that would be super cool. So you can do that. I hand stitch them all. These are fair trade, plastic free, organic, sustainable, and I hand stitch them, and they're customizable. I can do absolutely any pride flag, up to you, and they are available on my website, thequeerkiwi.com/shop, if you want to check that out and help support me. I also have a podcast which you should check out. I do it with my best friend. We talk a lot about politics and stuff. So Savvy Cat Podcast, go check it out. Okay, now that we're done with that, on to the video. In case you weren't aware, I make political feminist type TikToks, which means that I get a lot of misogynists in my comment section, and because of what I like, what I do, a lot of my For You page is feminist type stuff, so I see a lot of what's going on in that sort of side of TikTok, which means I also see a lot of misogynists, a lot of men slut-shaming women, a lot of men objectifying women, and something I've seen a lot of is men saying that they don't want daughters. And I wanted to sit down and talk about that today. So the title of the video, Why I Don't Want a Son, obviously I do not care what gender my child is. This is just a direct comeback at the men who make these videos and say these things, because I'm going to be discussing that today. So, yeah, you're not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Let's get into it.
Are you serious right now? This is what our generation is doing. Imagine if a mom saw that, guys. Imagine if a mom saw their daughter doing that. Like, my mom, if that's she would slap the shit out of her. What the... Bro, hit the plus button if you guys don't want a daughter, because I sure don't. Like, what the fuck?
Firstly, my mother has shown her support for me no matter what I do all of my life. She's always told me that no matter what I go into, it could be sex work, whatever, she would support me, she would love me. So my mom doesn't care. And I think a lot of mothers also don't care. I, as a mother, would not care. Firstly, invalid argument. Secondly, maybe your mother shouldn't be hitting her children. You shouldn't be normalizing, or even what it looks like, encouraging parents to slap their daughters for just owning their bodies. It's not their fault how men react to them. Maybe you should tell your son, hey, you can admire that this girl is attractive and not objectify her. Maybe. I don't know. That's just the thought. Also, this is why I don't want a daughter. I see this everywhere. All these men saying, this is why I don't want a daughter, when they're like just dancing or wearing revealing clothes. It's like, this is why I don't want a daughter. Tell me why. You haven't actually given a valid reason. What's wrong with someone showing their body? What's wrong with someone embracing their body and showing their skin? Is it the fact that men like you are gonna take advantage of her? Is that what it is? Are you afraid of men like yourself? You are objectifying your hypothetical daughter. Is that not just like a little bit weird? That feels real weird to me. Maybe don't be sexualizing your child, whether they're real or not at this point. Really weird. These people never give an actual explanation. They're just shaming women. They're like, you show your body, bad. Body bad. No. No. Women being comfortable in their bodies, bad.
I'm with whatever. I'm with everything. Like, I'm with it all. What you want to do? I'm a slut. What's up? Get me lit. I dare you.
So this man making this video, he best be a virgin. Men making these videos is never okay, but especially if they're not a virgin. Like, if he's had sex before, he's not allowed to judge women for having sex because, you know, he's also having sex with women. So women aren't allowed to have sex unless it's with him, and they're not allowed to have sex with him unless they've never had sex before. Bit weird, kind of Nazi. Because, like, you know, as you get older, your body count sort of goes up, like, naturally. So if you're only going to sleep with people who haven't slept with anyone, once you get to about, like, I don't know, 23, those girls are looking a bit young. Bit weird, bit creepy. No. I'm going to have to, no. I also haven't seen you comment on any men being fuckboys. Like, you don't have any videos about that. You don't seem to have a problem with that. These men are out here, like, shaming women for showing their bodies, but I haven't seen them duet, like, Tony Lopez being like, this is why I don't want a son. You're chill with guys showing their bodies and dancing. Like, you'll be like, oh, that's a bit cringe, but you're not going to slut shame them for it. So why are you slut shaming women for doing it? Can you tell me the difference? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait, and you're going to tell me why it works one way and not the other. Is it because one way benefits you? Is it because one way excuses you and allows you to have sex, and you view women as nothing more than their bodies, and you don't want them to be empowered in their bodies because that means you can't control them? Is that why?
I don't want to spit, I want to go, I want to gag, I want to choke, I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat.
This man just out here saying that he doesn't like getting head. Does he realize that every woman is someone's daughter? Is he aware of that? Giving head? Disgusting. Women aren't allowed to do that unless it's to me, but you're my daughter, so no. Also, don't abuse your daughter. Are you gonna say the same to your son? If your son was getting head, you would probably... Good job. It's the double standards for me. Basically, if it's not him getting head, it's bad. Not allowed. Bad. Women cannot. So therefore, if it's his daughter, not allowed, because that's his daughter, so he can't benefit from that. But, like, you know that he'd want to hear that from a woman. He'd want a woman to tell him that. But he has no respect for that woman. Clearly. Sir, I hope you never have a daughter. This is why you don't want a daughter? I hope you never get one. I really sincerely hope you never get one. To have sex. Like, you know that you had to have sex with a woman to have that daughter, right? Like, you know you had to do that, right? So, like, what? I will never understand. Please explain. Please explain in the comments. Someone, explain in the comments. Any reason other than I want to control women, they only exist to please me. Only me. No one else. Just me. Every single one of them. Only for me and my benefit. I'd like any other reason, because I can't think of any. Sorry, my camera died, but I am back now for one final one, because I don't think I can take much more of this.
Hello, we're twins. Yes, sir. I am me, she is she, except when I pretend I'm her. And when we switch, you can't tell which is which.
Does this man know what a prostitute is? If you aren't getting paid, you aren't a prostitute. Simple as that. I think that it's that simple. And also, what's wrong with being a prostitute, man? You get to have sex and get paid for it. That's two great things. Sex and money? Brilliant. Why wouldn't you do both? I have so much respect for prostitutes. My good lord, it's so much respect. If you do sex work of any sort, amazing. That is a very difficult thing to do, and especially prostitution can be so dangerous because people take so much advantage of you. And going into laws around sex work is, again, something I could make an entire video on, because it is absolutely ridiculous and disgusting the way that prostitutes are treated in society, and it needs to change. But like this, be a prostitute, do whatever you want. You men like this, just let people live their lives. You don't have to have sex with someone with a high body count, but it kind of makes you a bit of a dick. At the end of the day, sleep with who you want as long as it's consensual. Body counts do not matter. Stop having a double standard. If you're gonna shame women for having sex, you're not allowed to have sex. End of. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be shaming women regardless, but it's especially hypocritical if you're being a fuckboy. But like, slut shaming women. Maybe stop. And don't sexualize children that don't exist yet, or babies. Because like, having a daughter and being like, oh, she's gonna grow up to be a hoe. Don't be thinking about the sex life of your child daughter, or your daughter in general. Let her live her life, all right? Raise boys to not mistreat women. Don't raise women to not respect themselves just because you don't respect them, all right? Okay, glad we have that out of the way. I know this was a bit more serious than a lot of my other videos, but I think that it's important, and this is something that I care about a lot, and I think we need to be talking about, because it happens so much, and people are like, a majority of men aren't like that, but unfortunately a majority of men are like this. So I'm gonna keep talking about it, and we should all keep talking about it. Don't feel ashamed in your body. Do whatever you want with it. It is your body. Don't objectify women. You can wear revealing clothes and not objectify them. You can look at a woman and be like, wow, she's attractive, without saying you want to fuck her. That's where the line is. You can be like, wow, she's hot, and not be like, I'm gonna... Don't do that. Just say, wow, you're pretty. Move on. Or just acknowledge that she looks good and move on. You don't have to then go harass her or assault her. It's not that hard. She is a human being. All right? Glad we had that out of the way. Thank you so much for coming. I hope that you've learned something. I hope that you feel validated in any way, and just know that I love and respect you no matter what you choose to do with your body, and there are so many people out there who will. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.
And when you close your eyes, you replay